Hi, I'm Jeannie, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Tallahassee. Today you're going to learn about severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. Knowing the difference between severe thunderstorms and subsevere thunderstorms is important for storm spotters. Severe storms have winds 58 miles per hour or higher, large hail 1 inch in diameter or larger, and/or tornadoes. Subsevere storms have winds less than 58 miles per hour, small hail less than 1 inch, and no tornadoes. The National Weather Service will issue a severe thunderstorm warning when winds over 58 miles per hour or large hail 1 inch or larger is expected. However, a severe thunderstorm warning will not be issued for frequent lightning or heavy downpours. Watches and warnings are issued for severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. A watch means that atmospheric conditions are favorable for the development of severe thunderstorms or tornadoes. A warning means that severe weather or tornadoes are imminent or occurring. If a watch is issued for your area, you should be alert. Severe storms or tornadoes might form and affect your area. You should be monitoring information on TV, the internet, social media, or NOAA weather radio. If a warning is issued for your area, you should take action. A severe storm or tornado is expected in your area. You should get inside a sturdy home or building, go to the lowest floor, get in a small interior room with no windows like a closet or bathroom. You should always have 3 different ways to receive weather information and warnings. You can use radio, internet, phone, TV, or NOAA weather radio. The Storm Prediction Center issues convective outlooks for the next 8 days. They also issue severe thunderstorm and tornado watches. This is the convective outlook. The green area is for thunderstorms, and that's where no severe thunderstorms are expected. The dark green area is marginal risk for severe thunderstorms, meaning isolated severe thunderstorms are possible. The yellow is a slight risk, with scattered severe storms possible. Orange is enhanced risk, numerous severe storms possible, and they're expected to be more persistent and/or widespread. Red is a moderate risk, with widespread severe storms likely. At this point, they're likely to be long-lived, widespread, and intense, and strong tornadoes are possible. Purple is a high risk, meaning widespread severe storms are expected. Long-lived, very widespread, and particularly intense. At this point, a tornado outbreak is usually expected. These are Storm Prediction Center products. On the left are the watches. Blue is for severe thunderstorm. Red is for tornado. The box is the area where conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorm or tornado development. On the right are mesoscale discussions. If you click on the polygon, you can read a discussion about the likelihood of severe weather developing. It will also tell you the likelihood of a watch being issued. Red is for severe weather, blue is for winter weather. The Storm Prediction Center issues watches, and the National Weather Service issues warnings. There are 124 weather forecast offices in the United States and the United States territories. In addition to forecasting responsibilities, these offices issue convective warnings for severe thunderstorm, tornado, and flash floods. Your weather reports should go to your local National Weather Service office. There are 4 main hazards in thunderstorms: hail, damaging winds, tornadoes, and flash flooding. Hail is precipitation that is formed when updrafts in thunderstorms carry raindrops upward into extremely cold areas of the atmosphere. Hail falls in showers from thunderstorms. It's not the same as sleet. Sleet falls in the winter and hail falls out of thunderstorms. It is harder to get large hail in Florida because of the warmer climate. Hail often melts before reaching the ground. However, the strongest storms can produce large hail. How does hail form? Updrafts carry raindrops to very cold air. The raindrops freeze. Hailstones grow by collision with supercooled water drops. The supercooled water drops freeze on contact with the hailstones, making the hail bigger. Hailstones can get recycled back into the updraft, where they can continue to grow larger. When the hailstone can no longer be supported by the updraft, it falls to the earth. The stronger the updraft, the bigger the hailstone can become. When hail is falling, you should seek shelter inside, away from windows. Be sure to protect your head when you're running inside if you get caught outside. Cars are safe from hail and lightning. Be sure the hail threat has passed before collecting hailstones from outside. Large hail can cause serious injury. Do not put yourself in danger to collect hailstones. Report the largest size hailstone that you observe. Measure the diameter if at all possible. You can measure with a ruler or tape measure. You can also compare to common objects, like a baseball, or we love it when people compare hail to a quarter, because a quarter is 1 inch in diameter, so that tells us if the hail is severe or subsevere. It's best to compare hail to an object of standard size, so change is good, dimes, nickels, pennies, quarters, also ping pong balls, golf balls, tennis ball, baseball, softball, all great comparisons for hail sizes. The next hazard is damaging wind, also called straight line winds. Damaging wind from thunderstorms is much more common than damage from tornadoes. In fact, many confuse damage produced by straight line winds and often erroneously attribute it to tornadoes. Damaging winds come from the downdraft part of a thunderstorm. Rain-cooled air moves downward toward the surface because the air is dense. When the downdraft reaches the surface, it spreads out horizontally. The leading edge of cool air is called a gust front or outflow boundary. A downburst is strong winds produced by a downdraft, often called straight line winds, considered severe if over 58 miles per hour. Downbursts can have very heavy rainfall. Winds spread in all directions when they reach the surface, common with single-cell thunderstorms and multi-cell clusters. Downbursts can create visible outflow boundaries on radar imagery. The top right photo is an outflow boundary on radar. The top left photo is what a downburst may look like. The wind is bringing rain down with it. There are two types of downbursts. Microburst is a small downburst, less than 2.5 miles wide, can produce winds up to 168 miles per hour. These generally last 2 to 5 minutes. A macroburst is more than 2.5 miles wide, can produce winds up to 130 miles per hour, and these last 5 to 20 minutes. Gust fronts can be found on the leading edge of a squall line. The cool air rushes ahead of the line of storms, pushing more moist air up and into the storm. This sometimes produces a shelf cloud, like in the top left photo. Derechos and boecos have a gust front along the leading edge too, and are known for producing widespread damaging winds. Anytime you see a line of storms surging forward very quickly, a gust front with strong winds will be present ahead of the line. A forward flank downdraft is at the front of a supercell and is characterized by strong winds, large hail, and heavy rain. The center and toward the back of a supercell is a rotating updraft called a mesocyclone. And behind the rotating updraft is the rear flank downdraft, characterized by strong winds with little to no rain or hail. A tornado is a violently rotating column of air that extends from a thunderstorm to the ground. Because wind is invisible, it is hard to see a tornado unless it forms a condensation funnel made up of water droplets, dust, and debris. The U.S. has about 1,200 tornadoes every year. Tornado season, or the time of year that tornadoes can develop, varies across the country. Along the Gulf Coast, we get tornadoes in the cool season, November to April. We get tornadoes in the cool season this far south because tornadoes need strong wind shear to develop. Wind shear is the change in wind speed with height. Winds increase as you go higher in the atmosphere. When upper level winds are very strong, it creates a turning of the air. This turning column of air can get lifted or tilted into an updraft of a thunderstorm. If the rotating updraft, or mesocyclone, is strong enough, a tornado or funnel cloud may descend towards the ground. Hurricanes can spawn tornadoes too. Tornadoes are most common in the right front quadrant of a hurricane or tropical storm. Tornadoes can develop in the outer feeder bands, hundreds of miles from the center. Tropical cyclone tornadoes tend to be weak and short-lived. Tornadoes are rated with the enhanced Fujita scale. EF0 and EF1 tornadoes are considered weak with minor and moderate damage. EF2 and EF3 tornadoes are categorized as strong with considerable and severe damage. EF4 and EF5 tornadoes are violent with devastating and incredible damage. If a tornado warning is issued for your area, get into a sturdy building and put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. You want to get onto the lowest floor, the first floor or basement, and protect your head from flying and falling debris. You can use pillows, blankets, or helmets to protect yourself. Tornado sheltering guidelines. The worst options for shelter during a tornado are mobile homes, vehicles, and underneath a highway overpass. Bad options are large open rooms like gymnasiums or big box stores and manufactured housing. Good options are interior room of a well-constructed home or building or a basement. The best option is a storm shelter or a FEMA safe room. Stay in place until the all clear is given. One of the cloud features you may see before a tornado is a wall cloud. A wall cloud is an isolated lowering of the cloud base of a thunderstorm. Wall clouds can be a precursor for tornado development. However, most do not produce tornadoes. If you see a wall cloud, you should look for rotation or spinning. A funnel cloud is a rapidly rotating, funnel-shaped cloud extending downward from the base of a thunderstorm. Funnel clouds are not in contact with the ground. Generally smooth in appearance. If a funnel is in contact with the ground, it is a tornado. Scud clouds are often mistaken for wall clouds, funnel clouds, and even tornadoes. They're formed by rain-cooled air, often detached from the cloud base, can be found in the inflow or outflow part of a thunderstorm. Scud clouds do not rotate, but they may move at a different speed than nearby clouds. Often fast-moving scud clouds are mistaken for funnel clouds. You want to look for spinning or rotation of the feature. The last hazard is flash flooding. Most flash floods are caused by slow-moving thunderstorms, thunderstorms that move repeatedly over the same area, heavy rains from tropical storms and hurricanes. These floods can develop within minutes or hours depending on the intensity and duration of the rain, the topography, soil conditions, and ground cover, like grasses and plants. We say turn around, don't drown. Never drive through a flooded roadway. It only takes 6 inches of moving water to knock you off your feet and only 12 inches to carry a vehicle downstream. Floodwaters can wash away roads and open up sinkholes, which are hard to see under the water. Water may be deeper than it looks. After dark, it is harder to recognize flood dangers. Thank you for watching, and be sure to get your parent or guardian's permission before becoming a junior storm spotter.